This is W2FJH, bringing up Stock Group 31367, wires X from 83721, and live stream to Google Meet and YouTube and Discord. The primary purpose of STNY Digital Voice Net is to foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the southern tier, all stations are available in inspection. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit STNYDMR.net. This net will prioritize short time, mobile, in-out, or emergency conversations. We currently do have 4 stations. There's a South Chuck, so they have like Chucking Night, KHXE, John, N2 NRA Cliff, N2 NCV Paul, and N2 RWH Ed. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and let's first take a standby for any stations of short time.
To Mike Oscar Foxtrot, Jeff, Insta, New York.
All right, and I have N2MOF, Jeff. Jeff, were you short time or were you in and out this evening?
Short time.
Okay, very good there. Let me just check the rest of the people in, and I'll circle back to you here. So, all right, let's open it up for any and all stations who'd like to check into the SCNY Digital Voice Center this evening. Please open up.
Pretty cutie, Avon, Pennsylvania.
All right, I also had NE2WN. Were there any other stations to join this evening? Please call that.
N3DQD, Paper, Pennsylvania.
KD3, HAN, Kilo Delta 3, Delta Juliet, November, Hannah, 0, Pennsylvania.
All right, and we also have N3DQB Ray and KD3H. All right, let's kick things off here. First, I'll get to my short time station. One simple one. How there?
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, the fourth was okay. I did the 13 colonies, and I had a clean sweep on the 13 colonies plus 2 bonus stations. So I was pretty pleased with the outcome there, and the Asia conditions were not ideal.
Hey, very good there, Jeff. Yeah, and congratulations on making it through all 13 colonies there. So, all right, we will kick things off. If there's any announcements for this evening, please call out. All right, nothing heard there. Just another quick announcement on the previous net. First, I would like to thank Mick and Mel for covering for me for the last several weeks. Thank you both, gentlemen. And if anybody else is interested in being control on 7-3 to the STNY control schedule, as a lot of you may when June has been going well, but as you know, with the new baby in the house, things are always a little hectic. So, yeah, if there's anybody else interested in being in control, please feel free to let me know or let Mal or Mick know, and they can point you to where the schedule is. So, all right, moving on for questions. What's going on? And again, the net topics are fairly. John, how was your week? Hey, everyone. This is K2 HXE, John and Ithaca. Had a fairly quiet fourth. A couple of things going on around here in Ithaca on the piece of farmland that we live on. Had a small barbecue party for my wife's softball, hanging on the homestead, playing radio a little bit. I am a new ham, so getting used to some different modes, including DMR and D-Star and Fusion. Hey, very good there, Don, and congratulations on getting licensed. And yeah, definitely on this net, there's a lot of good folks here. If you have any questions, please let us know. I'm not sure if this is your first time. As I mentioned, I've been out for a few weeks. But yeah, there's a lot of information on, Big 7C and our YouTube channel and everything else on it. It's STNYDMR.net. It's for Southern Tier New York, STNYDMR.net. And definitely feel free to reach out to anybody if you have any questions. So, all right, we'll move on now to N2NRA. Cliff, how was your week?
This is N2NRA, Cliff, in Waverly, New York, Southern Tier. And good to hear you, Frank. Congratulations on the baby. 73 degrees, 2/10 of inch of rain here so far. And we yesterday watched ABC on the 4th on TV, as well as here up on the hill. You can see over the valley, a lot of fireworks downtown, and as well. And worked a K4A special event station in North Carolina on 20 meters for here, and the lawn certainly will be mowing it before you know here. This is N2NRA, back to W2 after Station Control.
Hey, very good, Cliff. And yeah, glad you had a good fourth there. And yeah, I gotta say, I missed you there because you haven't been around talking to go mow my lawn, and my lawn actually really needs it. I've been busy. I gotta get around to it there, but definitely not last day or actually this week has been super. So my own definitely needs to be out. Good evening again, there, Cliff. All right, we'll find out to N2NCB. Paul, how was your week?
Well, again, Frank and all in Twin City here. First of all, Frank, you're the last man standing so far, if I remember correctly. And last week, well, everybody knows it was hot, and so that meant not much got done outside. Um, my one excuse today was it was wet on the lawn, and two, needed gas, and I didn't feel like going and getting gas. So that was the lazy man's way of doing things. But as far as the force went, real quiet. We went out for lunch, and I think we stopped by, did some quick shopping, maybe. But anyway, uneventful all the way around. I really didn't hear much of the fireworks either. So, anything else? No, I think that's it from this end. So back to you, Frank. Take care all into it,
Hey, very good, there, Paul. And yeah, I agree with you. We'll wait it out until a little cooler weather comes. Very good there. And yeah, always good to have a quiet holiday every now and then. It's makes it more relaxing at times. So very good there. All right, we'll move on down to N2RWA. Chad, how was your week?
And on that, and congratulations there, Frank. And my fourth was fun. Did a little tag team on the grill, got some hamburgers and hot dogs done, and went back inside and stay cool and stuff. So other than that, just I've been officially a week out from being officially retired from my job. So after 36 years, um enjoying this. So I will turn it back to the and short away.
Hey, very good, Red. And yeah, glad you had a good fourth and got on being a week out from N2MOF was down to NE2W. How was your week?
Hey, good honest week of the year, honest week in a long time. But did manage to do some swimming and keep cool. Congratulations on the new arrival. It was great. I got invited out to cousins of ours out to what's the lake out there? Out to Warren Center for a picnic. Well, I don't know what happened. I pushed the button and I went away. Do we got
there. We got the last part. You said at the lake.
Happened is still pressing the button, but I see the transcript light cut out. But anyway, it was a great time. I watched the soccer game. That's fascinating. It was a good for an army, and there was only about 20 of us there. Even after everybody was done eating, it looked like there was a lot of food there. And the desserts were out of this world, so it was a good fourth. And I got home here to the north side of Binghamton, and I ate fireworks all evening. And midnight has slowed down some, almost ended, but that's about what happened. Looking forward to Monday at 8 o'clock. The U.S. soccer team is playing against Belgium Monday. They were the favorite, even with their star player, uh, Belgium, was out with the red card, but that was changed and he's going to be able to play. So that should help the U.S. Favorability, although, a game's a game. You don't know until it's over who wins. Looking forward to that, and hope everyone has a good week. It's going to be much 20 degrees cooler this week. Back to you, Frank, this thing 2W.
Hey, very good. I just kind of, I'd rather accidentally have too much food than have enough food to feed everybody. So I always tend to overestimate on how much food we're going to need as well. So, but yeah, glad you got out there. Hopefully you also got to see the new grandson there. At the together. But to age with the STNY digital voice. Before I get to my next station, let me take a quick standby for any additional stations that would like to check in this evening. Just by the way, the net would like to recognize W2DXP coming in over net longer. But let's see if there's any other stations that would like to check in. Please call on. All right, nothing heard, so we will move on down to N3DQD. Ray, how was your week?
FGH and then 3DQ. We had a pretty good week here. Very, very hot. Had a couple activities. That was nice. Yesterday for the 4th, we had a picnic in our building here, which was real nice. There were probably more people than the room could hold at the picnic, but it all went well. And we enjoyed that. Frank, I want to congratulate you on a new arrival in your family. And also, I want to thank you for your guidance there. I was after that. I just have one question. There is a YSF listing for Southern Tier, and I don't imagine that's tied into the other agency system that's up there. But I never hear anybody on that. Does anybody ever use that system? I've listened to it for quite a few hours and never heard anybody on that YSF system up there. Back to you. This is N3DQD.
Hey, thanks, Ray. And I just want to mention, I find it great that like the building you're in there, how they actually like do stuff together. It's kind of like a community. Previously I lived in many different apartment buildings and stuff like that. And I got to say, like, a lot of times, like, you never knew your home, but you didn't say much to them. But yeah, it was awfully nice that they actually like do stuff together in their building. So. As for the YSF reflector, as far as I know, that has been around for quite some time. I would think it was before I became a ham. They actually Wires X room in with this YSF itself with it. It got tied into America Linker and was causing problems or something, and they just kind of shut it all down. I think the YSF reflector still remains out there that some hams might use like personally, like maybe just use it as like a private channel to talk on, but it's not tied into the System Fusion network. But I'll open it up for anybody else on the net that's aware of the Southern Tier YSF reflector. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, and yeah, I might not be 100% accurate on what reflector is doing there, Ray. So I don't take 100% there, but that's at least as far as I know about it. But I'll hand it back to you there if you had any other follow.
I have no other questions, but I didn't know whether it was tied in with your other system, and there just was no activity on it. And I was kind of hoping there would be some, because I heard when I was up there that they had all these um, fusion computers tied together throughout the whole southern tier. But so I tried to listen to it, and I threw my call out several times, and there just never was anybody on it. So we're going to come back up there in near the end of August. So we're probably going to meet up with the people that go to Hamlet's, possibly get some answers at that time. So that's all I have. Back to you, Frank. This is M3TQD.
Okay, very good there, Ray. And yeah, I can definitively say that the repeaters that are up here that are tied to the wires room for the System Fusion net have absolutely no bridging to them. It's only Wires X. It is not YSF. It does not bridge out to any other platforms. I haven't done a YSF reflector myself because kind of if you have a YSF radio, or sorry, if you have a Yaesu radio, you can do YSF to DMR and come in directly to DMR. I do have the bridge to our YSF room for those folks that have the radios directly connected to their PC, that they only have a Yaesu radio and they're coming in through the internet through that and they don't have a hotspot. Then they can still get in that way. But if you have a hotspot already to do YSF on, I figure you go to YSF to DMR and come in directly to the DMR channel. But I will also mention that if you have a Yaesu after or the FT2DR, 3DR, or 4DR, or sorry, I don't think there's a 4DR, I think there's only 2D, 3D, and 5D. There is a special symbol that you can get. You can get it from Yaesu. They make but then you can connect your radio directly to your PC, and with that you can also get their Wires X software that will connect you to everything directly in through Wires X. I hope that helps. Right? But if not, we can talk more after the net there. So, all right. Sorry for being long-winded. We will move on down to KD3AJN. Anna, how was your week?
Hello, Frank, and everyone else on the net. Congratulations on the new arrival. And my week was busy. It was hot, and I went to see the grandkids and spend some time with them. Um, they went outside and watched all the fireworks around the neighborhood last night. I didn't go out there because it was too smoky. And other than that, not too much else going on here. Just got a couple busy weeks coming up. Everyone have a good week. 83 AJN.
Hey, very good there, Anna. You got to spend some time with the grandkids there, so very good. All right, we will move on down to W2TXP. Jerry, how was your week? W2TXP had a good week. Didn't really do a whole heck of a lot, but had a good week anyway. Got a couple things done around the house and didn't really go anywhere special other than, let's see, last Monday trip to Rochester area. Be with one of the hams up there, Tim McGee, WTKO. He has the 444.85 repeater. He organizes a bunch of get-togethers, and it was the fifth Monday of the month, so it was at Calibers. That was on Buffalo Road. He had a great lunch. 17 people actually showed up, which is a pretty good sized crowd. And it's not there. It's often held Rockies on J Street, second and fourth Mondays. Had a good time. Food, great people, just enjoyed it. So, and I may go out tomorrow for breakfast up at the Olympia, which is around the corner up the road a piece from Calabar's house. So I'll have it. I may go there for breakfast with the same or similar group. It's just good to get up and see those people and hang with them for a bit. Back to WTXP. Hey, very good there. Thanks there, Jerry. And just so you know, too, on 7-3, I'm pretty sure that there's an event space that, for a lot of these, meet up for lunch and stuff like that. If you like for out to on the net or anything else, you can post there, and this way, you might get more of a crowd. Too. I mean, but yeah, very good. I like to see that actually, more hams actually meet up and do lunch and things like that. Bad time for me right now. I don't really have too much free time, but yeah, it always is good to see hams face to face instead of on the radio. Just recognizing the. All right, this is W2FJH for the STNY digital website. I had reached the end of my list, so let's get a quick deadline to see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to check this evening. Please call now.
Anyone more with a comment?
Yeah, hey Jeff, how are your comments?
Okay, I don't know if anybody here is aware. I'm using it now. There's a very simple to use, and it works real well. I find anyway.
Okay, very good there. I haven't heard of Vox DMR myself. I use DroidStar on my phone. Actually, I always have it kind of pulled up when I'm doing that. I have DroidStar on my phone pulled up on the 3103. The 3104, but it still is broadcasting on 3104. Some stuff that maybe other people want to miss, and also just make sure that I actually get out over the airwaves. There's a confirmation that I'm making the full trip back and forth. It is very helpful to have it on, have it on your phone as well, even just for that purpose. So, but yeah, I'll open it up to anybody else in that that may have any additional comments for Jeff on it, or if you've tried Vox DMR, please call now.
This is NEW.
Yeah, fire away with your additional comments there.
Yeah, it looks like something new. I haven't seen it before, but good. What I like about it, it says that it's a free app. It works on Android, Windows PCs, and Linux. It lets you connect to DMR talk groups on both Brandmeister and TGIF and other networks straight from your PC or your phone. Real AM, BE plus 2 audio, no hotspot, no proprietary client. So you get around that problem of having to have the encoder thing that some of the other apps have. You have to jump through hoops and download an encoder and that. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to check it out. It, it's great, and what it lets people do, you can get a DMR for free, basically. Back to you, Frank, NE2W.
Yeah, thanks, and thanks for the link there as well. I pulled it up on the side as well, and actually I'm broadcasting out this to YouTube and to Discord and the Google Meet through a D thumbstick, which has the ambient encoder, the physical ambient encoder on it. So I've been interested in actually hearing the difference between Fox DMR and the actual using the physical. Uh, if it's, I really don't need to be having a USB drive plugged into my PC to be able to do this. That'd be awfully nice. Star is nice, but for some reason when I hear it on PC, I can tell it's not horrible. You can still hear everything that's going on, but I kind of hear a slight difference between actually having a real physical encoder and and just going through DroidStar. But it's pretty close. But it's I don't know. There's just something about it that's a little off to me. Just DroidStar on PC. So, but all right. Anybody else that has any experience with Vox and DMR or has any other questions or comments for Jeff there? Please come out. Nothing else, so I'll head back over to you there, Jeff.
I did try first on my Android phone, then I bought a S400, which is basically a basically a PLC radio for phone. And that's what I'm using now. I like it because it has a push and throw button on the side. I did download it onto my computer, gave it a try, and it does work, but it works much better either on, I do things on the phone or on this F400 that I'm using now. It's more like using a radio, it does have the EBC button. And the app is free, and I encourage people to try it. It really works well. It levels the audio, so if somebody comes blasting in, it'll drop it down automatically, and it works really well. Back to me.
Hey, very good there, Jeff. And yeah, I'll have to give it a try there and get on my phone and see how it is. All right, very good there. All right, this is WQFJ8 with the STNY digital voice. Let's see if there are any additional stations you'd like to check this evening, or any other stations that have any questions, comments, or concerns. Please call now. All right, nothing further here, but we'll make a final call here before we close ahead. Any additional stations or organizations that have checked in, any comments, questions, or concerns, please call now. All right, nothing heard there either. So first, I'd like to thank everybody for your well wishes and congratulations.